Hello, today we'll create a prepaids amortization schedule using Excel. So let's say we have 30 prepaid items, and to create our schedule, first let's give them some generic names. So these are all subscription items. To create our schedule, we need a start date, invoice amount, and number of months. And monthly amount. So let's give ourselves some random dates, and we'll be amortizing it over, let's say our dates start in January 1st. And we'll go through items through August for now. We'll add some random dates here. Random amounts will be 5,000 and 25,000. Number of months will be between 3 months and 12 months. And our monthly amount will be this over this. Let's say, and let's hard code all this. We'll add our amortization dates here, starting in January. So let's get the oldest items at the top. All right. So to begin, we'll have to check if this item starts amortizing in this month. To do that, we have to check if end of month for this date equals end of month for this date. If it's true, we'll do 1. If it's not, we'll do 0. So the end of months are equal. So we have to start amortizing it. And since this is the first month, we'll have to prorate it. We can't take full monthly amount. We'll have to take this worth 28 days maybe. We'll see. So in here, let's count the number of days since January 3rd. So to do that, we'll take full number of months for January, which should be 31. So to do that, we'll do a day, again, end of month. It should be 31 days. It is. Now we'll subtract number of days here, which is, let's see, subtract day, so 28 days. And we have to do 29 days because we're counting all the days after the 3rd, but subscription does cover the start date. So we'll just add 1 here. So 29 days, we'll have to take 29 days worth of this amount. How much will that be? So 29 divided by 31 multiplied by this one. So 2994. Let's do that. So we already have 29 days here. Take this, divide it by 31, or not 31, end of month. Day, oh, it's a bit wrong. So we need a +1 over here. So 93%, and we'll multiply this to the full amount, which will give us our prorated amount. Now let's add $signs here so they don't drag sideways or down. So here we need $sign here, $sign here, all right. So now we have correct amount, let's make this 0, for January. Now if I drag this to the left, to the right to get February, we get 0 because the first condition was check the end of date here and end of month here and end of month here. If they're equal, do all this, otherwise it's 0. So now, since it already started amortizing, we don't have to check anything. We just have to add the full amount. What is this? This shouldn't be here. This should be G. $G. And here we'll just put full amount. It won't work. Here. Again, $sign. So that works. Now let's drag it back so it updates the previous formula. So now if we drag this back, it should work. Let's drag it out. And obviously this is not correct. Looks like it will continue amortizing until end of time. So we have to end it when this full amount is fully used up. To do that, instead of just adding a monthly amount, let's check for what's left. So let's do it here, it's more visible. So in here, we'll see if the difference between this amount and accumulated amount is greater than the monthly amount. Let's do it in March. So the accumulated amount, life to date, is this. And so we'll see how much is left. To do that, we'll subtract it from the full amount. So we still have $16,000 left, which is greater than the monthly amount. So if this number is greater than this number, then we'll continue to use from monthly amount. If eventually when this amount becomes less than this, then we'll use what's left. So let's check for a later month through October. See, this exceeds the full amount, so we can't go that far. Just to there. So through July, we used up $22,197, and in August, July, yeah, in August we can't use full amount because there's only $200 left. So if this number is less than the monthly amount, then use this as an amortization amount. Otherwise, use this. So we'll add that condition. So if again, let's see. So this is if false, this is if true. Let's make this true and this false. So it has to, for this to be true, it has to be less than the what's remaining should be greater than the monthly amount. So let's do that. So we'll take, let's accumulate it. Accumulated life to date amount is going to be sum between here and here up until that month. We'll add a $sign here, but this side can drag out further. If this sum, the difference, $sign again, if this difference is greater than monthly amount, then use full monthly amount. Otherwise, use what's left, which is going to be this, I think. So if true, this and this, is this right? Let's check if it's correct. So we'll keep going until August. So it didn't work. Let's see if this is too much. looks to be too much. Twice as much. We're comparing to a wrong cell. That's why let's go ahead and drag this. D6, we should have E6. Should be E and E. So now looks like it's working. So after this it'll all be 0 because it's checking if it's full used up. Since it's full used up, it's just going to be 0. So this is set for January. Let's see if this works for other January items. There's only one of them. Let's add a check here. Just look up the difference. E6. So this should be 0. That means it's fully amortized through 8 months. This one looks to be correct also. Now let's copy this down to should work everywhere. Now let's use this for February. And obviously that's not correct. Because in February it's taking the full amount and it's not right. It should take prorated amounts. And that's because the end of month here doesn't equal end of month here. So we'll add a check here. Let's add a check at the beginning. If this is if false, if true, 0. So if end of month here is less than end of month here, it should be 0. So let's try that. We have the wrong sign. Nope, I think it was correct at the beginning. Let's see. Is this the prorated amount? Looks like it. So this was. How many days is this? So we have 28 days here, so we'll prorate it for 28 minus 3 plus 1, so 26 days. So 26 divided by 28 multiplied by this should be this, and this is correct, so this is working. So let's drag this out. And the check is correct. Now let's move this also up. Should still work. All right, so let's copy all this. Okay, so that should be correct. So this is our prepaid amortization schedule for all of our items that we have. Now, this will be the amount that's expensed in January, and this will be the amount added to the balance in January. So let's summarize the activity here. So amortization will be so we'll sum all this. So for each month, this is the total expensed amount. Now let's do additions. Additions are going to be the items that came in during that month. Let's do a sum ifs range criteria range is going to be, we have two criteria range. The dates are between the 1st and the 31st, first day and the last day of each month. So it'll be how does that work? Greater or equal to we'll add another condition. Is that right? So 85242, is this right? No, that's not right. I have too many days. Should only have, what is our sum? Column E. Should only have 40,000 and change. $88,000 in February, which is correct. Oh, I think it's adding this item too. Let's get rid of this. Okay, now it's correct. So this will be subtracted, this will be added, and the balance, ending balance. Let's say our beginning balance was, I don't know, 250,000. So our ending balance after everything is posted should be this. minus this plus this. This will be our ending balance for our reconciliation. And of course, now let's say we have a few more items in September. Let's see, this work. And again, we'll do 9-1. So in September, we're receiving a few more items. Let's hardcode these again. Use the cell. Oh, that was stupid. Let's see. So we can copy this all. Should work for everybody. All right. So you can, so this formula, you can just enter this and paste it in every month. You don't ever have to calculate anything here. So now sometimes we get an invoice later than when it starts amortizing. Let's say we have another item for June. This goes out to 6 months. So, but we are already in September. Where is this? So now in September, this is our monthly amount, and this is the total for previous months. But usually we can't go back and post to previous months because they're closed. What I can do is I just punch it in. So the life to date amount here is 87565. Just add it here. Add that in. Where did I add it? Oh. We want to add that in September. Because we are in September right now. And we can just manually make these 0. And then the rest will correct itself based on this amount. So yeah, this should you should be able to use this for your prepaid schedule. And this formula should suffice for any month, really, regardless of however long it goes. Some of the amortization, some of the subscription items go beyond 12 months, and you can use that. So this is it. This is what I use, and this works for me. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, or a formula that's less unwieldy like this than this, but this works for me, so I've been using this, and yeah, you can go ahead and use this if you like. Thank you for watching.